I was involved in writing the foundational standards and the language standards. I was a contributor. And if I could add something, it would be more guidance for consumers on what the standards meant and how they are related to one another. The standards themselves do not tell us how to teach, how students acquire the skills that are represented in the standards, and they don't tell us what to do with students who are struggling to attain the standards. So instead of just focusing on the standards, what we need to do is turn to research that shows us how kids learn to accomplish these specific skills in reading, the anchor skills of reading, the foundational skills of reading, the skills of writing, and the skills of language that are also closely tied together. Close reading is something we talk about a lot in LETRS. It's reading that results in the student constructing an accurate and detailed mental model of what the author intended as the author wrote the text. For the student to end up in that place with an elaborated mental model of the meanings in that text, the student has to read carefully. Sometimes the student has to read slowly, even though the student could read faster. The student has to read with a questioning mind and has to ask him or herself along the way whether this is making sense and whether the meanings are associated with something they already know or have thought about or have read about. It also means that the student is able to notice details in the way the text is written, that the student becomes sensitive to the use of words and the power of certain words in a sentence or a passage to convey key meanings. It means that the student doesn't skip things. And then back to the beginning, it means that the student is attentive to all the details in the print and is reading the words accurately. So that's the most fundamental start point that enables that whole chain of events to occur.